Okay, so this video is for Honest John's Fair Share Olympics, and it's really to inform people about something that's going to be in the news, and it's going to make a lot of news. In fact, it's probably going to spawn a lot of ponage after people check out what I'm about to say. And then around January through June or July next year, a lot of people are going to be screwed out of a lot of money, and they're going to wish that they had seen this video. Now, a little backstory here. In 2007, the United States Congress passed a law saying that nonprofit organizations would have their nonprofit status revoked, their tax-exempt status, if they did not file their annual reports with the IRS for 3 consecutive years. Which seems like a really easy thing to do if you're a nonprofit. You know, you might miss 1 year because you had to delay it, and you might have to apply for an extension, you know, but by the next year you'd probably be caught up if you were legit. Now, what happened after that is that for 3 years in a row, 275,000 nonprofit organizations did not file their annual reports with the IRS. 5,000 of those are in my state of Colorado, and many of these nonprofit organizations are churches or local groups that serve the community that people will write checks to, and then they'll expect a little form so that they can use it on their taxes as a tax deduction. Well, once they find out that that organization lost its tax-exempt status, those donations are not going to be tax deductible anymore. So a lot of people are about to get screwed on their taxes. Now, what you can do to protect yourself is, if you are a charitable person who's been writing these sort of checks, you can check the link in the description box for the IRS. They have reports broken up by state that list all of the different organizations that have lost their tax-exempt status. Now, some of these organizations might be so small that they didn't know that this law was passed, but that's not going to help when you file your taxes on 2011 and they lost their tax-exempt status from not filing for 3 years ending in 2010. So for all of 2011, they won't have their tax-exempt status. Even if they're giving out these receipts, people are not going to be able to claim that as a tax deduction. And they're going to get screwed. Screwed big time. Some people for large sums of money. So, I know a lot of ponage is probably going to stem from this, especially being that my channel has a certain theme to it, and there are many churches on this list. Churches which still have buildings that have the power running to them, so they're not defunct. You know, they still have congregations. And in those congregations, there's probably people giving money, you know, every week on Sunday, putting a check in the plate and thinking that their church is going to, you know, sum it all up and give them a receipt at the end of the year. But that receipt might not be worth shit as far as a tax deduction. So, thanks, Honest John, for holding these Fair Share Olympics. And until the next time I find something this big.